All right, let's get rolling actually with some NXT Battlegrounds. This is the shortest show we're going to talk about. I forgot about Night of Champions too. But let's see. NXT Battleground started with Wesley versus Joe Gacy versus Tyler Bate for the North American title. I've been into this North American title run here. This man's been killing the game, Wesley, right now. I was a big fan of Joe Gacy to win this match. Lee ended up retaining, but what a great fucking match. North American title matches do not miss, man. Gacy dives on both men on the outside. We got a Northern Lights driver by Gacy for a near fall. Sunset flip powerbomb combo by all men. Lee with a Frankensteiner to Gacy. Tyler with two exploders on both men, both with the nip up. Bop and bang, and then an airplane spin by Bate. So Bate is giving the airplane spin to Gacy. He then boots Lee while Gacy's still on his shoulders and gives the airplane spin and the Cesaro swing at the same time to both men. That is a big, strong boy. Gacy powerbombs Lee into Tyler Bate. That was really cool. Gacy with a Uranagi and a reverse DDT combo. Gacy is so freaking underrated. Like, say what you want about his character. I love the Schism. I think it's awesome. But this guy is so good. He's got great innovative offense. He's like, I don't know, everything he does looks great. Freaking Gacy ends up locking in the Rings of Saturn on Lee. That's a submission hold. I forgot what he calls it. Tyler tries to get Gacy off, starts booting him in the head, but he starts no-selling and smiling at him. I thought that was awesome. Lee with a double handspring Pele kick on both men, and I mean, he got all of it. Bate with a spiral tap, and then Tyler Driver 97 on Gacy. Lee saves it. Cartwheel Pele kick on Gacy, and Wesley ends up winning. What a great match. Everyone got time to shine. It's good to see. Tyler Bate is one of my favorites, legit, for a while. Gacy is becoming one of my favorites. He's so good. And Wesley's fantastic. So, we get Norm Dar versus Dragon Lee for the Heritage Cup here. 6 rounds, 2 minutes each, 2 falls to the finish. Could end on knockout in one shot, though. I know there's a lot of rules here, but this match actually flows very good. I actually like this concept. I remember when TNA did this with the Grand Championship, and that sucked butt. But Noam Dar vs. Dragon Lee, the presentation of Dragon Lee has been great so far. His entrance, his music, everything's great. And I always forget how good damn Noam Dar is, man. This guy is so good. Supernova 11. Round 1 ends when Mensa comes out to help Dar, because Mensa was trying to convince Mensa to help him in NXT, but he said no. Lee with the combination cabron, shouts out to Naito. I love Dragon Lee because this man's moveset is the whole New Japan roster. He just represents for the whole roster. I love it. Dar gets the first fall with a roll-up. V-trigger and a super kick by Lee. Dragon Lee with a Hurricanrana to the outside and then hits another V-trigger for a near fall. Judas effect by Dar to end the round 3 there. Mensa and Frazier go at it because Frazier's looking out for Dragon Lee. They fight it out to the outside. Dragon Lee hits a Destino for the pin. I really hope that's his finish. That's awesome that he's represented for Naito. Dragon Lee is dead. We get a fucking catching powerbomb on the outside where he basically breaks his neck almost. Oh my lord. Dar basically kills him. Snap German, V-trigger, then a Lash Ride powerbomb. Shout out to Kota Ibushi for a near fall by Dragon Lee. Lash Legend and her friend, I forgot her name, I'm sorry, but she is gorgeous, comes out. Dragon Screw by Lee. They screw out Lee, and Noam Dar wins. He gets hit with a bucket, and Dar hits his fucking supernova kick or whatever. His Enziguri, running Enziguri for the win. I was 100% surprised that Noam Dar won this match, but I love this group. I think it's a cool group. Noam Dar has a strange gimmick that I don't know if anyone's noticed. He's always with the freaking. He loves the black chicks, man. He's always with the black chicks. I think it's pretty funny. It's like a thing that's about his character. I don't know, maybe his real life too. That's always like translated on TV. We get Dijack versus Dragunov. This to me was the best match of the weekend, next to the Pillar 4-Way from Double or Nothing. This match was perfection. Fantastic. I love both these men. Dragunov, I'm going to say it now, and people can hate or whatever, and I watch AEW, TNA, New Japan, I watch everything WWE. Dragunov is the best wrestler in the world, I think, honestly. His moveset, his selling, even his promos, dude can talk. I legit think Dragunov is the total fucking package. Intensity, which people do not have anymore. But this is last man standing. Both men are killing each other earlier on with big strikes. We get a midair boot by Dijack, tossing suplex into the steel steps by Dijack. Dijack uses a table to block the torpedo Moscow. Dragunov ends up slicing the bottom of his chin. Dragunov still went through and hit him through. That was awesome. Busted open hard way. Tornado DDT onto the steel steps by Dragunov, and that looked sick. Dragunov then tosses the steel steps right into Dijack's face in a corner. Hits him again. Hits coast to coast with the steel steps. Then he pretty much chops Dijack over 15 to 20 times. Chops him one last time in the throat. Dijack is defiant and super kicks the head off him. He no-sells it and chops him again. Dijack is dropped right on the top of his head with a German suplex. He no-sells it and fucking hits a big clothesline. We get a chokeslam on the apron by Dijack. Feast your eyes by Dijack. The chin gets rebusted open with that. Dragunov freaking trapped in the ropes in the corner. Dijack starts doing one of my favorite spots. You remember the Randy Orton, John Cena I Quit match where he just viciously beat him with a kendo stick for an uncomfortable amount of time? That's what Dijack did. Dragunov wants more. Dijack does this really cool spot where he takes the blood from his chin, puts it on the kendo stick, and ends up murdering him more. Now he's murdering him with chair shots. Freaking Dijack is getting real pissed off. Torpedo Moscow out of nowhere. Hits the jump. I love this move. So it's such a simple move. The man jumps like 10 feet in the air and just forearms you. No protection, no nothing. Just right in the fucking face. So he does that. Then he gets on the top of the steel steps, jumps 20 feet in the air, and bam, he puts the chair underneath his face, and he freaking forearms his face, like legit elbow to the face, jumping like 10 feet in the air. It was fantastic. Dragunov wins. Like I said, had to be the best match of the weekend. So freaking good. I truly think Dragunov is the best in the world. This match I wasn't too interested in. We got Creed Brothers and Gallus. I like Gallus, but something about them as a tag team is okay. I love the Creed Brothers. They're great. NXT tag titles on the line. Creeds take control early. Brutus with the hammerfist smash takedowns. Julia hits 9. This guy's impressive, man. Julius Creed is going to be big. He hits 9 repeated belly-to-bellies and nips up after each one. Jesus. Then hits a standing shooting star press. We had a Brutus ball from the top by Brutus Creed. Ivy takes out Joe Coffey. Ava Rain keeps attacking Ivy Nile. Gallus hits their tag finish, which is a sick-ass move. It's a fireman's carry into like a running knee trembler, and then the guys end up doing like an F5 off their shoulders. It's really sick. But yeah, the Creed brothers get robbed from the NXT tag titles again. That keeps happening a lot. I don't know why. We get the match that I did not expect to be the end here, the end of this tournament. We got Lyra Valkyria versus Tiffany Stratton, NXT Women's title. They got a lot of time. This was the longest match on the show, I think. I'm not sure. They got a lot of time. It's annoying how good Tiffany Stratton is. She's legit one of my favorite people. She's so good. Lyra misses a leapfrog and then starts selling the leg, so I don't know if that was on purpose. Tiff takes control, hits a couple dragon screws, and uses the old Triple H deathlock multiple times. I love that. That's when you kind of bends your shin back and he keeps going at it. Tiff locks in a Brock lock and then a perfect Muda lock, trying to get the tap out. Lyra hits a combo of kicks and then an axe kick. Then a double Northern Light suplex for a near fall. Crossbody to the outside by Lyra, or Bird Lady. Tiff misses the best moonsault ever. Lyra hits a spin kick. Tiff gets the rope. Tiffany with the prettiest moonsault ever done. New NXT Women's Champion. And it's time for her to shine, man. Time for her to shine. Main event time. NXT title. Braun Breaker versus Carmelo Hayes. Melo is going right for his legs super early. This was an interesting rivalry because Braun did not want this match. Carmelo challenged him, and he's the champion. So it's like the champion called his shot and wanted the challenger to challenge him. Fadeaway leg drop by Melo. Fucking springboard clothesline early. Braun kills him with a Steiner line. Braun hits the push-ups after the belly-to-belly. A true Steiner. Braun with the top rope Frankensteiner. And I mean, this had to be the smoothest Frankensteiner. A man this big should not be able to hit. Braun is in full control. Melo hits a freaking low blow by mistake where Braun goes to like do that hip bump thing. Melo switches it around and puts his knees up, so the ref did not disqualify him. We get a spike DDT by Melo. Melo hits a bunch of his moves. Braun kicks out at one, says, "Is that all you got?" We got suplex cutter by Melo for near fall. Big spear in midair by Braun Breaker. I thought that was done. Melo hits 3 super kicks and a big reverse springboard DDT. Hits nothing but net and wins it clean. No interference by Trick. No nothing. Just basically hit his moves and that's it. And this match was awesome. I thought it was a fun match. I thought overall Battleground was fucking great. I love the North American title, even though I wanted Gacy to win. Noam Dar and Dragon Lee turned really good. Dragunov killed it. Best match of the weekend, man. New women's champion. The tag match was the only weak match, but it furthered the story, I guess. And yeah, that was NXT Battleground.